Hey everybody, it's Zach with Bluegrass Rentals of EKY. We're headed to the Red River Gorge today. It's December 23rd, I think it is, the day before Christmas Eve 2024. Vlogging along with me today is kind of how I'm taking you. I'm going to the build sites of, the land of a business partner who bought land and acreage in the Red River Gorge to do multiple geodome builds. And he's prepping for his first two geodome builds, which I'll manage for him once they're built. He's actually a full-time missionary to South America, Colombia, and this is part of his business model to fund his missions work. His main business model has been to build and sell turnkey, development homes in Florida, and he's gone more missions-based and doesn't want to just build, sell, which is like a hamster wheel investment strategy, though a good one and it can make you money. But he is interested in creating something that can cash flow long-term to fund his ongoing missions work, which I'm all about. Praise God for what he does in Colombia to spread the gospel. So we're going down there today. I'm going to pick where the two geodome build sites can go. I'm thinking I'm going to put them about 100 feet apart or so. They're in the Jeffersonville area, northern Red River Gorge, I guess you could say. And I'm really excited for him once those get constructed and see how they cash flow once they're on Airbnb. Our target number for them per a nightly rate is somewhere around that $225 to $275 as a yearly average. I would like to push that up closer to just shy of $300 a night for the year as a target metric, but I don't know that we'll hit that based off its location. It's going to have to be amenity rich in order for it to do that. And so we've been game planning how we can make these properties amenity rich so that they rent out well to our guests on Airbnb. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to take you along with me today, put a couple of these videos together, kind of explaining my thought process, which isn't very difficult. I think if anybody with the basic functions of logic would understand what I'm kind of doing here today. But thank you for being here and following the channel. Again, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe as I continue to bring you more educational based content surrounding beginner real estate investing and short-term rentals. Specifically, this is Zach Humphrey going from full-time registered nurse to full-time real estate investor, regardless of how long that takes. And thank you again. I'll take you along. See you in a minute. Build site number 1 right amongst these trees. Build site number 2 right on this little ridge right here, and the road will come right around there and park your car. Geodome right here.
But no, it's all these rooms. You know, if it's a bigger house, a bigger tank's fine.
Yeah.
It allows the poop to break down more quicker than allows it to drain out.
Sure.
But no more than what they're going to be used in the area we got.
Yeah.
It shouldn't take real short 75-foot lines.
Yeah.
And 500-gallon tanks is all we need.
Right. Yeah, it sure is peaceful land out here, really.
Yeah,
Quiet, yeah.
yeah, not too bad.
Hey everybody, it's Zach with Bluegrass Rentals of EKY. You're with me hanging out with my chickens here for a minute. Can you do real estate, be a dad, a husband, a father, take care of chickens, and do real estate, and be a nurse? Yes, you can. So I didn't really get to expound very much yesterday on my thoughts about doing those geodomes, where we did them and why. And so I wanted to talk about that really briefly with you. But before I do, it's Christmas Eve 2024. Praise God for that. Merry Christmas to you from Bluegrass Rentals of EKY. It's my privilege to be in your life as you watch these videos, as you follow along with our journey in real estate investing. So again, thank you so much for the time you spend watching the videos, engaging with the content, leaving a comment, subscribe. It's very appreciated. And so why we chose those geodomes where we did. So we chose the geodomes. There's our little audience here. We chose the geodomes where we did for several reasons. First, the way the land lays like a horseshoe. It's several acres, but we're just building is kind of reasonably close to the road to be minimal on build costs at first before it expands further back into that acreage if the business partner wants to do that. He's the one bringing all the money to the deal. I am simply the manager of the short-term rentals, as well as being hands and feet for him during the build process. And then I'll manage it on the back end. So I'm not investing anything personally in this. So the end product is really his creation with my guidance, counsel, and advice. And then I'll manage it for him when it's all said and done. So we are staying close to the road. The geodomes are going to be about 260 feet from the main road where the public city or city water is, and electric, which is great for the Red River Gorge. There'll be two, I think they're 30-foot wide, 30-foot-ish geodomes on raised composite decking, decks, hot tubs, or some other kind of amenity. We aren't really sure yet because everybody does hot tub in the gorge. It's kind of almost required in a way. But if we can make these more of that organic outdoor experience, whether that's like an outdoor organic fire hot tub type of experience or outdoor head shower, that sort of organic earthy vibe, which I think really does well with the Red River Gorge clientele, which a lot of them are rock climbers. That is kind of what my thought process is on that. Beyond that, we put them about 100 feet apart from each other to give them more privacy. And when the trees grow up during the summer months, you won't be able to even see each other based off how thick the woods are, where one geodome will be and where the other geodome will be right on the hillside. So that's why we chose to do them where we did them. We chose to put them on the hillside that we did because it sees some sunrise and sunset. So sunrise comes up behind your geodome and sunset will end in front of your geodome. So you'll get both of those experiences, and they kind of outlook. They're on a raised hillside, kind of like this behind me, and they'll look out over a valley, kind of an open area in front of them, which will look beautiful during the summer, during the spring, during the fall when the leaves are changing. And everything there is only about 15 minutes from the gorge, 20 minutes. Now, a lot of people aren't really building yet in Jeffersonville, Kentucky, as far as the Red River Gorge market is concerned. And that was one concern I had about this land. But what gives me confidence is that there are Airbnbs already around us, and it's only 15 minutes to Red River Gorge, and it's also 15 minutes back towards Mount Sterling, Kentucky, where there's more established restaurants, food, and grocery stores and things like that. Only 15 minutes from the main highway of Highway 64, where a lot of our clientele would come in from, which is way closer, whereas most other places in the gorge are a bit further away from the main highway entrance, which I think guests will appreciate that. Cut down on their entering into the gorge kind of experience. But you know, we've been, negotiating and talking with the business partner that in order for these to do the number he wants to make them run at per night, it's really going to have to be an amenity-rich experience. And what do I mean by that? Well, just kind of what you're saying. It's got to have stuff that makes people enjoy the experience of being at your property, to give them the justification to stay in Jeffersonville versus staying somewhere closer to the gorge. But there are not a ton of geodomes in this market. There are successful ones being operated, and there are very cool ones being operated, but they're also very expensive and also often very booked. So there's a demographic of people here that we can tap into through undercutting our competition's pricing, elevating the amenities that we offer, and see if we can cut into that demographic, into that market, into that demand for geodome experience in that kind of way. The geodomes the cash flow from these geodomes will be used to fund emissions work in the Red River, in Colombia, where the business partner of mine here that's fronting the money for this will use this profits to use to fund his missions work in Colombia and South America. So I think that's really cool. I'm really excited about being a part of a project like that. That is about helping support missionaries and giving back, as well as, dip our feet into, obviously, managing other people's short-term rentals. I'm looking for other short-term rental management clients, especially in the Red River Gorge, in Bourbon Trail, and Eastern Kentucky. I haven't really pushed co-hosting very hard. I've never dove into that because I've had so many things going on with my own short-term rental investment that we've been struggling with. As you know, the Victory Falls A-frame, we've had a lot of problems with that. But I want to start pushing the co-hosting more ultimately managing properties, which is something that I love doing. I enjoy doing that, and well, just really doing that right now to help elevate other people's investments that they have out there. So that's something that I want to try to do in 2025, is push that a bit harder and try to get 1 to 2 management clients between now and the end of next year. I don't think that's a big metric to really try to hit very hard. And I still need to learn kind of how to get myself out there, but that's what we're going to be learning in this coming year, as well as elevating our content experience. I'm going to be getting a better mic setup for the YouTube channel. And I'd say within a few months, into 2025, we're going to be getting a mirrorless camera to take better video content and photo content for the channel, which I think I really want to do. Because that's really one of the best ways to grow today and to make connections, which will last long-term in business, is to provide good content out there, education for others. So again, thank you for tapping in here today. I wanted to give our reasonings why we chose the two house seat locations for the Geodome builds on the land that he has purchased. And also, again, Merry Christmas to you. God bless you guys, and have a great weekend.